Hello folks, and we're back with another review and thoughts on this one, called Let's Scare Julie, which I swear there's another movie called Let's Scare Julie to Death. I don't know, but, did I enjoy this one? It's not a lost footage film, technically, really. It's sort of like, those one-take shot movies where it's just continuously shooting the whole movie, which was impressive, but I don't know, like, the way the characters were, like, really only like two characters in this, and they were the black characters. One, Emma, and her younger sister, Lily. But yeah, this one was a bit, I don't want to say hard to understand, but towards like the ending, final few minutes, I was trying to figure out what they were even talking about. Because then they mentioned about a girl I guess, Julie, who was burnt or whatever, or dead or something, or so I don't know. And then another girl, Shannon or whatever, died or something. And anyway, this movie is about it's about a group of girls, teenage girls, mid-teens, whatever, and they want to pull a prank on the neighbor next door, or across the street from them, who's a recluse, and the prank doesn't go so well. As the movie goes on, it starts to get more creepy, and what's going on here, pretty much, and what happened at Julie's house. But mainly the main character, Emma, she moves in with her aunt and uncle. I guess the uncle's an alcoholic, but he's guilty also of doing stuff where I guess he shot a kid, or a 10-year-old kid back in the day or something, and he's been guilt-ridden for that. You don't really see him you only see him like twice, mainly. Because then he's sleeping, and then he gets up and he's screaming across the street and stuff. And then he talks to Emma while she's trying to look for her sister, and then he tells her about what he did, and then we don't really see him anymore. But yeah, pretty much, the girl Emma, her cousin, pretty much, I guess they call each other cousins. They're not really cousins because they're not really related, but the Taylor character, Isabel May, played by, and the girls, they spend the night playing pranks. They prank Emma, like, they're in her house, or they're in her and Taylor's parents' house, and they prank the new girl, I guess, because she's the new girl of the group that they wanted to meet. Because her dad just died recently, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, they joke around a little bit, they talk a bit in the room. Then they mention about neighbor next door, Julie, who they think the house is haunted. Apparently, it's an urban neighborhood legend, and pretty much the Taylor character provides the early exposition that establishes the film mythology, and pretty much it's a reclusive neighbor who lost her child. And used to live in the house, and she's rumored to have been in the occult. And if you ever saw the neighbor, she would give you the evil eye. Later on, you receive an eerie text message, and then disappear, and you would disappear into thin air. And they mention that, like, the Taylor character mentions that, like, about a guy that she talked to or was friends with before, and apparently that's what happened to him, where he saw the neighbor and he got a text of saw himself in the text of a picture, but it was him from behind. It was like, how did he take the picture from wherever? And then that's what happens to the Emma girl at the end, which I'm like, I don't get. I can sort of understand. This movie is like sort of like, I don't want to say it's like Unfriended, but I'm saying these girls they're doing a prank on the neighbor next door, who I guess they mentioned something about moving trucks or a moving truck, so maybe Julie was supposed to be moving or something, or her parents and her would. But then I'm like, but is Julie dead, I guess? And it's the mom who's doing this. But then you hear a man's voice. And you never see the guy or the dad of Julie, but you hear him when they're trying to sneak out. And but you see like this old, pale, big lady. Which she did look eerie, like way up close. I will give the movie that she did look creepy, because the camera pans like right from Emma right to the lady. She gives her the dead eye, and then this movie does have some creepy factors in it. I will give it that, but I don't know, like the way it ends, where the Emma girl dies, I guess, because they keep mentioning throughout this movie where a character, like when they went over there, like the younger sister, when she calls from one of the friends' phones, she calls Emma and tells her that the one girl left her or something. She's like, what do you mean she just left? She's like, she went through the floor. And then I'm like, but then Emma, she runs into just pure darkness at the end, and then it's just her running into blackness, and then it just ends, and she screams, and it's like, and it ends, and it goes to credits. I'm like, what? So, but then they mention, because she goes over to Julie's house, she's going through her rooms, she finds a dead body. I guess that's Julie, who was burnt, because they mentioned she has like a veil or something covering her face, or they couldn't see her face. And then one friend mentions how she looked like she was having a seizure while they were over there, and they thought everybody left by then, but then only 2 girls really came back. And then you find out the Taylor girl, I guess she left, she ditched everybody, and because she went to go pick up her mom from the airport. So then I'm like, okay. So I guess really 2 characters survived, but not really, because it seemed like, I guess, because pretty much if Emma dies, doesn't that mean, like, the other girls die as well? Her little sister's going to die, which is sad, and Taylor is going to die. So, but I don't know, I guess maybe, but it sucks though, because, like, Emma had nothing really to do with this, but she provided them the key, I guess, to get over there, which is weird. I wasn't sure how that worked. She has the key to the neighbor's house across the street, or was that, because they mentioned like a special key, and then there's this voodoo doll that pops up throughout the movie, and I didn't understand that really. But this movie is basically about anti-bullying and guilt and trying to outrun the ghost of your past and how they can catch up with you eventually. But then Emma starts talking she answers her phone and talks to Taylor over the phone, and she's trying to explain to her how it's all her fault, and she should never gave them the keys to go over there and scare the girl. Which, really, her and her sister's the only characters I liked, because at least they seem like decent people. Taylor was sort of decent, but then she participates in the prank, but then she leaves, I guess, but I don't know. But the other girls, and then find out the 2 girls are actually together, so I'm like, because they mentioned that while they were on top of each other when they were playing around. I thought they were just joking around, because they're like, "Miss, make out already," and I thought they were just girl talk, I guess. But no, like, apparently, I guess they are a couple, and because the one girl, Madison, she kisses the one girl before she goes back to Julie's house and never see her again. And even, like, you don't really see anybody die. It's just they disappear, or really only two people disappear. One was really creepy, where I can't remember the girl's name, but the girl that comes back or stays back with Emma, when she comes back after kissing her girlfriend, that girl, she goes to the bathroom because she sees a text. I'm guessing it was the text of seeing herself from behind or whatever. So she runs to the bathroom, I guess, to puke or whatever. And then Emma gets a call from Madison's mom, I guess, from her landline or something. And her mom mentions how she's saying goodbye and how so-and-so's coming to get them for what they did, I guess. And then Emma's trying to open the door to the bathroom, and while she does that, you see, then the girl that was in there is just gone. So that was creepy. Because she's talking to her the whole time, and then when she opens the door, she's not there. You know? But yeah, the acting was fine by everybody. The movie was written and directed by Judd Cremata. I don't know if this is his very first film. I'm guessing not. But if it is, it's a pretty good debut. The masks that they wear to go scare Julie, you could tell they're like basically the Purge ripoffs. I mean, they look like cool masks, but I'm like, almost makes me want to watch the Purge. But yeah, I would say this is a pretty decent movie if you like creepy, slow burn. This is really like a slow burn one. Like, it's low budget, but again, it's decently made, well acted by the lead girl Emma and her sister. The girl that plays her little sister's, her acting was okay. I did think it was touching where at the end, before she goes to face, I guess, the woman or whatever, she tries to tell her sister to I know this won't be easy, but be kind or good to people. And I like that scene where she hugs her and like tells her goodbye in a way. I guess she accepts her fate. That was sad, and that's when you get the creepy camera turn or angle of the mom, the evil Julie's mom, I guess. And then also I wanted to point out, there's a scene where when Emma's going through Julie's house, the camera sort of doesn't pan exactly to the shelf, but you see when Emma's walking past the shelf, you see like this weird, you see a picture of Julie, and then you see another little portrait frame thing, almost like an award thing, but I think it said patient of something, so I wasn't sure what that meant. Like, was she in a mental institution or something? At first I thought this whole movie was, this is all happening in her head or something, but no, everything's actually happening. And because then even her sister says, is the evil lady or scary lady out there. And so I don't know, like, I don't know what to make of the movie. Like, I liked the movie, but I think they should have did more with explaining a bit more of how this works. I mean, they do, but, and even the ending, like, I didn't really like the ending where Emma dies, because, even, granted, she gave him the key, but at the same time, she only went over there to go get her sister, because her sister, I guess, snuck out. She must have snuck out and went over there. But, yeah. Overall, I liked the movie. I would say check it out if you're interested in it's a thrill. It's more of a thriller, not really a horror. It's more of a thriller, horror, drama type stuff. But yeah, if anybody would like to request anything, such as movie reviews, commentaries, video reactions, pretty much, you join my Patreon, Johnny X, my Instagram, or PayPal. But yeah, overall, thanks for watching. Take care, and peace and love.